She avoided prison once, then she'll avoid it again.
Right?
Assault on Brett Finnegan.
My hand's ready.
Yeah, whatever. Welcome to Game Day Battle, where Cleveland sports news meets biased and outspoken opinion. Here with the full Game Day crew, a pretty happy Game Day crew, I think. After some Browns action, get to see some orange and brown kicking it off. There we go.
Sorry. We need to cue that brown and orange song we got.
We do?
Yeah, we can get the Browns fight song too.
That's some brown and orange. Yeah. Right. So we're gonna definitely get into the Browns preseason game. We want to maybe address the Indians a little bit. There's been some changes, pretty positive changes, I think maybe. And then also maybe a little bit about Madden. I mean, come on, it's coming out. Everybody loves Madden. So I say we get right into it. Before we do, though, Brett Finnegan, DST, Ramon Torres, I'm Mike Glass, and it's a Game Day Battle. So let's rock with some Browns first. All right, so the Browns have had their first preseason game, a little bit of a debut for...
Here we go, Brownies, here we go.
Hell yeah. Definitely, so they had their debut. We got to see Shermer's first sort of footprint on this team. We also got to see McCoy with a sort of head of steam, which we haven't before.
Like a stud out there.
That's right. So I say let's just go around the room real quick. Everybody give their first takes right off the bat. Brett, what do you think, man? I mean, you saw him play.
It's making like my prediction for the season look pretty good. I think I picked 13-3.
Are we still riding those? Come on.
Yeah, so far
I'm taking
I got us over 10 wins so far.
After that touchdown catch to Cribs, that was a beautiful pass.
That was amazing.
Maybe a little push from Cribs, but you know what? I didn't see a red yellow flag, but I mean, this is a great offense, great defense, especially with Shermer's first year. And I have to say, it's about fucking time they brought the West Coast offense in for the Browns. That's exactly what we needed, exactly how we run it. And as you can see, it worked out pretty well for us. And Colt McCoy is a bootleg quarterback, and it's going to work, especially with Peyton Hillis and Evan Moore and that, what was his name, Cameron, the new tight end that we got. He looked pretty stellar that day, too. Yeah. So I'm all happy for the Browns. Can't wait for the Lions on Friday.
Gotta love Colt McCoy off the rip. He came out there, he was looking good. He had the look in his eye like he was in the huddle and he was leading. Goes 9 for 10, and a touchdown. No bad decisions. He was almost perfect on the day. His quarterback rating was ridiculous. I know it's just preseason. I might be getting excited, but I'm loving what I'm seeing out there.
Anytime you see a 157.1 QB rating, even if it's worth 2 series.
Absolutely. Nothing crazy from Hillis. Saw him on the goal line to punch that in. I like that. I like to see them use him more for the short yardage games and the goal line carries as opposed to, like we talked about last week, just getting too many carries and getting beat up early. Right now we got this kind of three-headed running back system where we got Brandon Jackson, who looked, okay. Montario Hardesty, who wasn't even on the field, he's supposed to be our number 2 guy off the rip. And then Armand Smith, who was actually our leading rusher. I think he carried the ball 10 times for 40-something yards. Didn't get the end zone, but he looked good out there. He's making good cuts. Saw a lot from our wideouts. Weren't really sure who was going to be stepping up. Great catch by Cribs. That was an amazing start to the game. Greg Little out there looking good. Also, Demetrius Williams, Jordan Norwood, some new guys, second-year players who are out there trying to make the team, and they were out there looking good. So, offense, A++.
Risky had some good slant passes, too. Not too big, but they're nice slant passes right to him.
And, and also I want to bring up our punter. I don't know if anybody noticed, but our punter had a hell of a game for coming in and it being his first game. We lost our punter, Hodgins, who was probably one of the best last year statistically and inside the 20s. But this guy, Richmond McGee, 3 punts, averaged 40 yards a punt, 1 inside the 20, and he booted 1 almost 60 yards. So small pieces of the game that, that will help. So
what more can you ask from him, really?
Walk on? Yeah. I'm going to go to the other side of the ball for defense, which looked good too. Big shout outs to Trauma Ward, Joe Hayden. The guys were doing good out there. They showed our secondary looking the way they're supposed to be looking out there. Them guys are really gelling. I like that. And then back to the other side about the offense. I can't talk much more about them as you guys did. You guys hit every angle. So, man, Colt McCoy was looking good. Greg Little, shout out to him coming in. looking real good. You know,
Yeah.
didn't play last year at all, but you know, just came in
Right.
and he looked like he never left the field. So shout out to him. Tight ends were looking good. You know, Robisky with that big catch down the middle. Colt McCoy with that throw right there between 3 defenders. It just looked all around good. So
Ben Watson back looking good.
Yeah,
up
Ben
there. He's
Watson,
gonna be
big
healthy.
catch, yeah.
That was a huge concern.
I mean, why would you not cover Watson? There's 3 times where he was wide open and he caught every single one.
Well,
and one was a little high, but he reached right up there, like around 10-yard line.
And looking at last year, he's kind of our best receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know
He-
if stat-wise
he
that
is.
proves out, but
Most receptions last year.
yeah, but I mean, he's definitely the only constant threat that we have. And you know, I'd have to pick up kind of where you started with defense. One thing I didn't see that I think was really cool was I didn't see the entire team rushing in trying to grab that quarterback and 2 guys left to cover 4 receivers. And I always thought Rob Ryan is the dumb version of Rex Ryan, and maybe we're seeing that because I saw a defense that seemed a little more organized. Not that they did well. I'm not saying that they. I mean, I think they gave up way too many yards.
Right.
But they at least were functioning what to me looked like an NFL defense and not like some college run in and try to kill the guy. So I like that. I also like that with nothing to work with, really. I mean, they had no time. They had this crazy lockout off season, and Shermer's had to come in here, going from an offensive coordinator to a coach, kind of learn that step and get his team to believe in him and organized. I saw nothing but organization. I saw calm, relaxed players. I saw Cribbs, I think, going up and grabbing a ball that he may not have grabbed before. I think that I saw, it's preseason, yes, but the word season is in there. It's the beginning of this season.
That's right.
And if they did horribly, I wouldn't say that they sucked, but I'd say I'm concerned. They did well, I think. So I'm not going to say they're great, but I'm going to say that I'm definitely optimistic. And that is mostly for offense, but I think on both sides of the ball.
He was there. He thought of it.
hope the Browns get him. We need a 3rd string.
Are you
Shut
kidding
up.
me?
Are you kidding me?
He would say that.
Walk out. Just go.
You'd be a
Yeah.
hater, but you was all on his nuts when
Can
we
we-
was winning his games
Can
over
we
here,
agree?
though, right?
Can we agree?
No, I
When
don't.
Brent's Buckeye was just like, oh, TP, oh my God, you threw for 300 yards.
what?
Oh,
That was
I'm
before-
sorry.
that
Was I the one that said
before-
that Terrelle Pryor was overrated in every fucking game that he played? I think so.
I don't know,
think
Brett's
not.
Buckeyes. I heard nothing but
Positive.
the dual phenom or whatever the hell, the dual threat
Come
phenom.
on,
I
man.
heard that shit.
Yeah, you guys were all happy too, but that was before you guys found out all this shit too.
Wait,
That's what I'm saying.
Terrell Pryor
But
didn't
I don't
mention
give a
that.
fuck. I don't care about
always saw
off-field
as
antics.
Pryor as being an overrated quarterback, and he is an overrated quarterback because he can't throw the long ball at all. He cannot. He does not have the accuracy to throw it down 50 yards downfield.
And you know, he single-handedly brought down our entire college football program. But yeah,
Oh, is
that's
that a
cool.
big
Let's
deal?
bring him to the Browns.
Yeah.
When you see him, there's
All right,
rumors going around, and we're ready to start talking to him.
So give me your best case for bringing Terrell Pryor here.
I think it'll be a good 3rd string. Could learn on a Seneca. Good mobile quarterback, just like Seneca. And why not? What got to lose?
All right, so the tribe has actually picked up a little bit ahead of steam, right?
Well,
I
yeah,
like
we
it.
are starting to gel. It looks like.
Hey, won 60% of the last 10 games.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good, right?
It works every time.
I get
with
the Nancy's back.
60% of the time, it works every time. Yeah, that's about what it is. So, there are some bright notes. We are 2.5 games back, and by the time this airs, maybe it's changed a little bit, but we're hovering right around there. Here's one thing that's cool. We have 3 games that we have to play extra between now and the end of the season compared to what Detroit plays.
Rainouts.
Yeah, just the way that all worked out, we've got 3 extra games. So if we can actually pull out, however you want to look at it, those 3 games,
Wow.
that's a really, you didn't go there.
It's a great term.
So that's each one counts for half a game because they're extra games we have to play still. So that's 1.5 games we can pick up with. Let's just say we have 3 straight wins. Let's say 2 out of 3. That's going to be 1 game we pick up. Now, we also get 3 games with them coming up just, in a week, I think? Mm-hmm. We're in Detroit. Let's say we go 2 out of 1, or 2 out of 3 there, so 2 and 1, like we did here in Cleveland.
We'll gain another game.
we're tied.
Yeah.
We're tied for first. And now we've got the rest of the season, and we played them in Detroit the last week. If we can keep even with them, we're going to be on the road. But we get to hash this out face to face at the end of the season. So I'm really I'm excited about where we're at right now. I'd love to be in first place or game ahead or something like that. But I'm looking at it kind of like it's all just a big mess of games. And right now it happens to be where we are, but we've got a lot of ability to sort of pick up that slack.
Yeah, we're playing hot baseball right now. That was a great series against Detroit. We were looking for the sweep. We even put a hurting on Verlander. He wasn't as dominant as he was on us. Would have been nice to watch us grab that game. We probably would have swept Minnesota if we would have played that third game that got rained out yesterday. But looking ahead, we got 2 tough road series coming up. I don't want to look ahead to Detroit. I know that's where the money is, but right now we got to play Chicago on the road, and we're both sitting at 60 wins right now. So we cannot afford to drop any wins and let Chicago get ahead of us in this race because we need to take this division because the wild card isn't going to be an easy spot to be in.
No, I think we got to take the division.
So we got to take the White Sox, then we got to play strong against Detroit, and then after that we come home and we got some real easy teams. Right off the rip, we're going to have Seattle Mariners, Kansas City Royals, and then the Oakland A's. So those will be probably a good opportunity for us to pile up some wins. But right now we got two tough road series coming up. So it's going to be make or break time for us. It'll be interesting to see how we do on for our defense. They look ferocious out there. They're really. We got some speed out there, and they're really looking good. Props to Titus Brown, that linebacker with that great fumble return. That was a huge game changer for us.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then also some guys you might not have heard of, Brian Sanford and Albert English, 2 sophomore players. They combined for 6 tackles, 2 sacks, and 2 forced fumbles. So 2 young guys out there trying to make the cut. It'd be interesting to see who we got working with us come week 1.
I like Shermer a lot because I love how he just takes over the offensive coordinating spot. He calls his own plays. As a head coach, most head coaches like to give that off to somebody else. That way they can just, worry about it as a head coach. But he knew that, so there's a limited time here. He's got his plays already. Might as well just do it his own way and get out there instead of bringing another offensive coordinator in and learning, their version of what, their own offense is. And props to that.
And he actually was the one that sort of was the incubator for Bradford. So maybe whatever skill he had with bringing him into the NFL and making him productive, he can kind of utilize with McCoy. Not that he's a first year, but he's pretty much, this is his first team that he's been given. He didn't start off last year with the team given to him, right? He had to earn it. So I think that there's a very good possibility that he might be a good coach, but we're going to find out. I'm a little concerned that maybe he is the offensive coordinator with the head coach title, like we've kidded about in the past.
Right.
We don't know what's going on in his ear. And I think as the season plays out, we're going to see a lot more being said by people in the front office and maybe leaks out of the front office about how much he actually has control of his team.